Howdy, Stephen Mogen here from Dark Shadow Recording. I'm at the Big Sky Resort in Big Sky, Montana with the Sam Bush Band, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about songwriting pitches. I was chatting with my friend Rick Lang, and he wanted me to put together a little video to share with the IBMA songwriting community about some of my ideas of things that I like and things that I don't like when folks are pitching me a song for one of my artists. So let's get into it.
It seems there's a longing for you still.
Tip number one is to do your research. If you're trying to pitch to a particular artist, make sure that you go check out some of their material, see the kind of songs that they're inclined to sing, and make sure that you're pitching things that are appropriate to that singer.
And left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain.
Tip number two is to follow instructions. I'm talking about making sure that if someone asks for an MP3, you send them an MP3. If they want a Dropbox folder, that you send them a Dropbox folder. Just make sure that you're very accurate with what is asked for and what is being given. For me, it's an organizational thing, and if folks send me stuff that's in the wrong format, I'm less likely to dig in and hear it because I have to listen to hundreds of songs when I'm piling through to make a record for somebody. And it needs to be easy for me to navigate what's going on and what songs are available for me to listen to. And sometimes it's a matter of getting them into a listening device like an iPad, iPod, that kind of thing. And so making sure if I ask for MP3s, I really need MP3s. And if you don't send that, then I'm more inclined to have to go through, change format myself, and then listen to the songs. So usually there's a pretty good reason for that. So yeah, make sure you follow the instructions of whomever you're sending those demos to. Tip number three is to send simple demos. I prefer guitar vocal, nothing else, because I like to hear the song, the bare bones of the song, the melody, the lyrics, and the chord changes. And sometimes a lot of that can get muddied up if you have a big recording of this particular song. Plus, I want to be able to hear it in a variety of styles because we may want to change something. We may want to make it a different flavor for that particular artist by speeding it up, slowing it down, changing the groove. And the less stuff that's in the way of me being able to hear that, the better. So really simple demos are best for me.
Just listen to the rain beat on my window pane.
Tip number four is to make sure that your demo is captivating within the first 30 seconds. This goes back to our simple demo idea and making sure you get to the core of the song fairly soon. So keep your intros as short as possible. I don't want to have to listen to a bunch of stuff that has no bearing on the actual song, the lyrics, the melody, and the chords. I want to hear the nuts and bolts of what this song is all about as soon as I can to know that if it's going to work for what we're looking for.
No, just listen to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the...
Tip number five is to send fewer songs. I know that might sound a little counterintuitive, but again, when you're a producer and you're listening to so many different songs by so many different songwriters and trying to find the perfect 10 or 12 to go on a record, it can become overwhelming. So if you've really thought through your catalog, pick 2, 3, 4 songs that are really specific to the artist, and then throw one that's a wild card that you just think is a great song, and it might not be what the producer was asking for, but you just want folks to hear it. I think that's a good approach. If you send me 20 songs, I'm probably not going to be able to listen to them all because there's so many other songwriters, there's so many other songs to listen to. Make sure that it's really targeted and focused, and fewer songs is better for me.
Way in my Blue Ridge Mountain hole.
Tip number 6 is don't send songs unless they're asked for. For me, I only need songs when I'm doing a project, and I'm not doing projects all the time. I'm not constantly looking for songs, and if you send stuff to me, it's going to sit in my inbox until I get around to doing it again. And if that's long enough, I may have forgotten who sent it and I may not ever hear the song. So I will typically send out to my songwriter pals just before starting a project, asking for songs for a particular artist and for their particular style, things that we're looking for, kinds of songs that we're hunting for. And I really prefer folks target towards that, but feel free to email and see if I'm hunting for something, but don't just blindly send songs because I probably won't hear them. I have a lot of email, I have a lot of things going on, and I'm only going to dig in when I really need something. So there you go.
I return to that old cabin home with a sigh. I've been longing for.
Tip number 7 is to send new songs only. I know that sounds kind of obvious, but it's happened to me in the past where somebody sends something and I really love it, it's perfect for the artist, and I get in touch with the songwriter and they say, oh yeah, well that's been cut by so-and-so. That's not really what we're looking for here. We're trying to cut new songs for our artist that will become their songs, not re-envisioned versions of other songs. If we wanted to cover, then we would go for covers. But really try to focus and send, at least for me, send me only new songs that haven't really been released in the national market.
Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge hills I did roam.
A little 8th bonus tip. For us in bluegrass, up-tempo songs are hard to find. There's a lot of mid-tempo, there's a lot of slow stuff, but really slamming, barn burner, however you want to look at those, up-tempo tunes are hard to find. So if you can try to make sure that you're sending at least one of those with every batch that you send, that's gonna help a lot. Where I might have 40 mid-tempo bluegrass songs to choose from, I probably only get 5 up-tempo bluegrass songs to choose from out of the course of, again, hundreds of demos. So if you can send those, they're more likely to be heard and listened to even a second time.
Get down, boys, go back home, back to the girl you love. Treat her right, never.
One big caveat on all of this is that these are my ideas and how I like to listen to stuff and prepare a record. Other producers may have very different ideas and may think exactly opposite of what I do, which is okay. But these are some ideas that you can sort of chew on and at least consider the next time you go to pitch your songs. And again, if you're trying to pitch stuff to me, this is pretty much how I like it.
Get down, boys, go back home, back to the...
If any of those tips were helpful for you, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Leave some of your ideas in the comments below. I'd love to see what other folks think about this, and my other songwriter pals and producers, if you want to chime in and give some ideas. I'd sure love to hear that. For now, Stephen Mogen from Dark Shadow Recording. Have a great day.
Get down, boys, go back home, back to the girl you love. Treat her right, never wrong, how mountain girls can love.